Hello guys and welcome back to Toucan Tarot. Today's reading, we're going to mix it up. I did a poll on my community page and this is what came up, and it is all about careers. So today we're going to be looking at what career is right for you. So you may be already in the midst of your career and wondering if you're on the right path, or maybe it's just an interest and you want to find out a little bit more. So what career is right for you? If you want to skip straight ahead, we've got 1, 2 and 3. You can find the timestamps down below. But yeah, we've got some lovely cards. I just want to say a huge thank you. I'm finding this whole YouTube journey so lovely, guys. It's so humbling. I've been putting a couple of posts up on my community page recently, and it's just really tickling me. I love that, you know, together we're building this little community of Toucan Tarot. And it is so touching to my heart. It means so much. So thank you so much to all of you that do subscribe and are getting involved, and just sending you all the love in the world. It really, I can't tell you how much I appreciate your support. On that note, if you haven't subscribed already, please do go ahead and do so. Again, all the help and love, and it really is, you know, the best energy exchange. People say about donating, whether it be money to the channel or tarot decks, which I greatly receive as well. But, you know, the best energy exchange of all, guys, is literally subscribing, liking and commenting. And it, you know, really helps my channel grow. So thank you so much. Let's get on with it. So what career is meant for you? We're going to start off and we have the Ocean. And this is number 1. Then we have the Warrior. I love these cards. For number 2. And then for number 3, we have the Starborn. And yeah, I want you to take some deep breaths and really see what resonates with you. If you feel inclined to pick more than one, that's okay too. But yeah, deep breaths, and we're looking at what career is meant for you. We've got number 1, Ocean, number 2, the Warrior, and number 3, the Starborn. So, should we just get straight into it? We're going to start with number 1, the Ocean. So if you pick this pile, then this reading is for you. I'm going to pop those up there, and we're going to pop the Ocean here. So career-wise, it's so exciting to do this kind of reading, and I was so happy that you guys chose this, because it's just something a bit different. As you all know, if you watch my videos, we normally concentrate on love, which of course we love, but it's just really lovely to have a question about something a little bit different as well. So we're going to be using the Lunar Soul. As most of you know, I mainly read through my guides, but again, really the cards just act as a trigger, but we'll see what messages we can get from Spirit today about your career. And this is for pile 1, Ocean. Please tell us about your career. So let's have a look. We have the 9 of Wands. We've got the hanged one. One way around. I do read upright with Lunar Soul Tarot. Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. And the Ace of Cups. Okay, I'm going to put out as well, I'm feeling an Animal Oracle. So let me pop an Animal Oracle in there too. And we have the Cardinal. So should we just get straight into it? I'm going to put another couple of cards as well, but let's just get straight into it. Okay. Apologies for the noise, by the way. It's literally 36 degrees today where I am, and it's so hot, so I do have all the windows open. Hopefully it won't be too interrupting. So Ocean, future career. We start off with the Ocean. What do we know about the Ocean? It's deep, the deep dark depths. One thing that's definitely coming across with all these cards, again we've got the 9 of Wands, the Hanged one, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, is that there's definitely whatever it is, you will be, I almost want to say in, what's the word I'm looking for? Power of self, you know. Yeah, the power of self. So definitely maybe even self-employed, or something where you work on projects on your own would actually really benefit you. Or definitely, if not working alone, then you are the leader of that pack. So there's a definite real inner, I mean, strength is something that's coming through in tons. I'm feeling really strong right now, and that's what I'm feeling for you. So definitely in, you know, regards to career, we're seeing somebody that has great strength, inner strength, perseverance and stamina. And that's definitely something that you hold within on your own. So certainly projects and so much passion coming through here. We see that everywhere. We've got the Ace of Cups, and also throughout these decks with the Wheel of Fortune and the Hanged One as well. And we're really seeing again just great passion, but again solitude. So definitely the kind of careers that would suit you is something, your own project. Passion is a big thing that's coming through. My guide's saying that in order for you, Pile 1, the Ocean, to be really successful at what it is you're doing, and I'm in reach the top, the highest level of success possible for you, then you have to do something that you're passionate about. Much like the ocean, you run deep and your passions run deep. And if you are in some kind of mundane job, so to speak, it's just not going to satisfy you. You need to enjoy what you're doing and be very passionate. But again, I'm really seeing this kind of lone warrior kind of coming through so much. So again, definitely it's almost like you're destined to do something on your own that you're deeply passionate about. My guide's saying you'll know what your passion is. And if you're sitting here wondering now, well, I know what my passion is, but I don't know how to turn that into a career, you need to start investigating, because that really will unlock your true happiness, not only with work, but with life as well. And you're definitely, Pile 1, the kind of character that your work shouldn't seem like work to you. That's why we keep talking about your passion and so forth. It should be, destiny. We're definitely getting lots of creative vibes coming through as well. We're getting that you're very hugely creative, powerhouse. Power is the word that's coming through. We spoke about that strength earlier. A lot of power, a lot of strength, but definitely in the more creative fields. So whether it be, art for some of you, goodness, there's so many creative fields, not just on the artistic range, but anything creative. Would really suit you. Writing, something that uses your hands or your mind. Again, it could be an array of things. But yeah, definitely you need to follow your passion project. My guide's saying that you know what this is, the majority of you. It's just a case of really going for it, because I know it may be a little bit daunting, a little bit overwhelming, but it's almost a divine, you're getting a divine push right now to do that. Again, it's time to decide fate or destiny. And it's interesting when we talk about fate or destiny, because fate, it's almost the fate, the cards you were dealt, the life that we came into, right? Whereas destiny is a choice. And you're on the brink now of deciding fate or destiny. And my guide is saying you need to choose your destiny. You really need to choose your destiny. You were destined for great things and things that is, again, passionate to us. But yeah, I keep hearing this, the choice is yours, the choice is yours. And again, that goes into, my guide is saying, of this working alone, not necessarily just working alone, just you, but your creation. And that's really coming through strong here. So definitely we're seeing an entrepreneurial spirit here. If you're not entrepreneurial or doing something like that right now, then you really need to think about that. And again, this is something that runs deep within your soul. This is, again, that divine push I was talking about. It is waiting for you. We definitely see here we've got the Hanged Man, and this speaks of waking up and almost a Hibber perspective, right? So you're being called to that, and to wake up and to start doing. And this doesn't matter, I have all ages watch this channel, so you could be anything from 18 up to your 70s watching this, and it's never too late. Obviously at that top end, I get you don't want to go into full-on career, but definitely in that case you need to follow your projects and your hobbies more. But yeah, going back to work, it's really time to think about what it is that you are passionate about, because that is the key to your unlocking your success here. But it is, again, I'm seeing that very much, especially in the early days, it's a lone project. Whether you'll be able to start that on the side of what you're doing right now, my guy said it doesn't matter, just start. You have to just start. But definitely a super, super creative vibe coming through. Big dreams, I'm hearing, are in your soul, and discovery, and you're very inquisitive. So certainly career types that are constantly evolving. I'm seeing you like a little bit of a chameleon in that sense, and with this passion project you can do that when you're at the helm and you're kind of steering, then you can really swip and change. And I'm feeling that you need that too, the ability to be able to change course of direction again on your own project. That's definitely something coming through. So entrepreneur is the way I would label all of this, but passion entrepreneur, not necessarily entrepreneur to make money. The money will come, the riches will come if you follow your passion. But this really is, I'm seeing more of almost a lifestyle job here. Again, it doesn't seem, for you at least, like work. As I mentioned earlier, it's not just a case of working to live. This is, this goes over into your life, and it doesn't feel like work, and it's certainly something that you want to do. Again, with the cardinal is such a passion and creative creature. I mean, look at him in his beautiful bright red raw blaze. He's super creative, the cardinal, creative force, in fact, it says here. It has zeal, sacred songs, and again, that's you all over. That bird, and you need to let yourself fly. So yeah, definitely entrepreneurial spirit here. And my guide keeps saying you don't believe that you can do this, or again, I think for a lot of you it's a case of you don't know how to turn that passion project into a monetary machine, if that makes sense, i.e. into a career. But my guide said you absolutely can. In every idea out there, there's a way to monetize it. There really is. And this is really important that you understand that. But yeah, it's your passion and the entrepreneurial in yourself that needs to come out here. My lovely ocean deep entrepreneurs, deep thinking entrepreneurs. The fact that you are so deep as well is a reason why that you really need, to go to the depths of your soul and do what it is that you're meant to do. Because your soul needs it, guys. Your soul needs it. I'm going to pull out as well a few The Universe Has Your Back cards here, just to give a little advice and affirmations on this whole project. But yeah, we've got some entrepreneurs in the house. Let me know how this resonates below. But lovely, lovely deck. Really, it's speaking of courage here as well. But we're seeing entrepreneurs, huge creativity, huge creativity, and again, more passion. 3 words: entrepreneur, passion, creativity. And again, my guide is saying you know exactly what this is, and you just need to follow your dreams and make it happen. We have guidance is available to me now. I know that angels, ancestors and spirits are always at hand. I do not walk alone. And that's something so sacred to remember whilst on this journey. One thing that my guide is saying now is certainly when it comes to entrepreneurs, everyone is scared. So, you're not just, very few people have that fierce. I mean, they do. There's people out there like that, of course. But what you must know is even the guys and girls at the top that are smashing it, plane going over, smashing it in that entrepreneurial sense, they all still think they're faking it. So don't see yourself as, I could never do that, I could never. Everyone that is successful, entrepreneurial and doing their own thing has had these fears. Again, remember, guidance is available to you now. Your ancestors, angels and spirits guides all have your back. I love that card. Maybe pause this video and jot that down, because that'd be a really good affirmation for you right now. On the note of spirit guides and everyone having your back, my guides are telling me to remind you, you need to meditate, and all of these messages and encouragement and so forth will become available, and especially for you moving forward with this project, which you'll need that, and you need that affirmation, courage and belief that you can do this. And again, you're getting a divine push here to really step into out of your comfort zone and into your comfort of your passion. It's safe to ask for help. People want to support me. Yes. Even though we spoke about alone, that's in the job itself, but you can ask for help left, right and centre. And that goes with, my guide is saying, not only, our own spirit guides and soul and ancestors and so forth, but people around you in every day-to-day life. Every business owner will tell you that, they received help along the way. And that help was invaluable from people that have been there before. So, my guides are telling me, Open yourself up to talk to people that may have been in a similar situation, that do something. You can find those people online if they're not around your immediate life circle, in the physical world. So, you know, help is out there. But yes, my ocean entrepreneurs, creativity is waiting for you, and that money will follow after if you follow your creative dream. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, this was just a small reading for YouTube, as always. But if you did want to go a little bit deeper, I have opened up my private reading, so feel free to hit me up in my over on my website. Details are below. And let me know what your thoughts are on this. I want to know what your project is, what your passion is. Comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Much appreciated. And I'm sending you all the love, my creative entrepreneurs. Take care, guys. Hello, pile 2. If you chose pile 2, the warrior, this is your reading. And today we're looking at what career is meant for you. So we'll have, we'll pull some cards, see what comes up. I love these readings. I was just saying in my pile 1, it's so lovely to have, you know, a bit of a different question, because obviously we focus a lot on love on this channel, which of course we love, but it's really nice to have a little look into other aspects of our life as well. So today we're going to be asking Spirit to give us some messages about what career is right for you. Let's pull some Lunar Soul, but you've got the Warrior card. Really interesting. The Samurai, the Soldier, the Advocate is what's coming to mind there. Yeah, I'm liking that. Definitely a warrior for sure, if you're attracted to that card. Right, let's pull out. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the Page of Discs. We have the King of Cups. And we have the Page of Swords. Okay. She got a little mixture of everything in there. And then I'm going to pull an animal oracle as well. I'll pull a few more as we go along, but I think let's get started here. Apologies if you can hear noise outside. I mentioned earlier, it's been so... Oh, you got the kangaroo. I love the kangaroo. It's been so hot. It's 36 degrees where I am. Oh, so I've got all the windows open. Right, let's get started. 5 of Cups, Page of Discs, King of Cups, Page of Swords, Kangaroo, the Warrior. What career is right for you? Let's just crack straight on, shall we? Okay. There's definitely, I mean, of course we have the warrior. You know, we often envision the warrior as an armoured figure with a sword in hand, moving blindly towards battle, right? Yet the deeper aspects of this kind of character bring us face to face with, I mean, they stand precariously at the edge of life and death, right? Trusting the eternal guide, the sword's blade. But really at the centre, we're talking about competition is a big thing that's coming through here. Again, I mean, obviously the soldier, anyone that's that kind of character, is fiercely competitive. So fiercely competition, and also mixed with these other cards, I'm seeing a real risk taker as well. Real risk taker. You highly balanced though, I would say. But one of, I mean, before we go into the careers, which we will do in a second, we're just trying to get a grounding here for my guides of the under vibe, so to speak, of this reading. But we're definitely seeing, I mean, we've got the 5 of Cups here. And it's a message for you, because you are so fiercely competitive and very go-get-it, so to speak, a risk-taker. You sometimes, when you don't win, much like the warrior, you know, you feel that burn, right? But then that's something my guide is saying, which, you know, that can be healthy and unhealthy. Unhealthy if you take on too much of a burn, you really harbour that, you know, loss. However, it can be healthy because that's really what spurs you on to keep going and to better yourself. I mean, in regards to career, we're seeing you know, people here from, I mean, I'm literally seeing skydive, you know, people. I'm seeing army careers, of course, military, but anything, I mean, even stockbroker, my guide has just said, you know, anything that's a really fast-paced and competitive environment would suit you, without a shadow of a doubt. Again, you know, action and your resilience would really suit, again, anything high action and a high risk, so to speak. We see here though with the King of Cups, you know, you're definitely a very balanced person. I would say really fair as well. You know, the Scorpio Libra kind of vibes we get through with the King of Cups. Although they feel deeply, they have an absolutely incredibly ascended level of maturity and balance. So, you know, when we talk about risk taking, you know, you're almost the leader of that pack. Definite leader qualities coming through here, for sure. But you do take your responsibility seriously. So definitely CEO vibes, or again, leadership in your field. A little bit, yeah, I was going to say secretive, but again, you know, all those qualities that a leadership takes. But yeah, very much a risk taker. So we're seeing high-end, fast pace. So again, I'm seeing stockbrokers, I'm seeing sports people, you know, but to a high standard, or anything that's fast paced and high level is what we're seeing for you. You know, you have to be kept on your toes, because again, if it's not challenging you, you want challenges, you know, and you reap the rewards from winning said challenges, which again really sparks that warrior ignition in you. Yeah, you have to have, again, we see with the kangaroo, you know, it's almost like you have to have that direction, know where you're going. So I would say clearly you're risk takers, clearly you're leaders. Interesting with the page of dis here though. So the page of dis as an example, excuse me, they're very nurturing. And really clear communicators. And again, this is what we were saying. I mean, it goes hand in hand with a lot of the King of Cups qualities here as well in that, and that's why we say CEO or managerial or high level position, simply because you're really good, even though you've got that fierce, you know, competitiveness in you. When it comes to your staff, your people, you're really well balanced with that. You're a great communicator. You know, on the other end of the scale, something my guide is saying that would really suit you would even be a therapist of some kind, because you're just so good at, and the composition there for you, my guide is saying, would be to help people overcome that problem, or their problems, so to speak. You love winning. So again, you know, in whatever form that will take in the workplace. But yeah, you're a fantastic communicator, and you're balanced and fair, and you have a lot of heart. Which makes you a great warrior. You know, you've almost got all those, again, this is why the CEO vibe, leader, risk taker comes into play, because you balance them all out. All those wild, you know, aspects to your character are really balanced out by the heart and the love and consideration that you have as well. I mean, even the kangaroo here is a very maternal creature, right? And they speak of quantum leaps, you know, vroom, just risking and leaping. And but yeah, definitely you're being reminded to, you know, not dwell on the times that you do perhaps lose. That's in your character, I'm hearing. But my guide is saying, in a way, that's actually what drives you, and you know, what really spurs you on. So yeah, we're seeing, you know, you're quite, in the sense of, as far as which sector, you could be across so many sectors, but again, the role that we're seeing is a leader and CEO vibe here for sure, and a leader of a team, definitely people involved underneath you, because you kind of bounce off that. Their win is your win, their failure is your failure. So and you do well with that. So again, it's yeah, definitely a leader or managerial, or leading a team somehow, and again, the risk taker part keeps coming in. Interestingly enough, even though I'm feeling that materialism is something that, you know, you're after, you want to be successful, you want those riches, you want the beautiful life, or a Ferrari, or this or that, maybe not a Ferrari, but you know, you have big dreams, for sure, as we see this beautiful rainbow aura above the warrior here. You know, you dream big. However, it isn't actually your underlining soul and root. It's not actually the money that drives you and the success. That's just a bonus, and you do adore that without a shadow of a doubt. But it's more so the feeling of winning. As I said, you know, you're very competitive, and it's the feeling and the energy that gives you, which makes you a good manager. and a good people's person and a good communicator. So yeah, we're talking about, you know, the communicator of people. So anything that involves leading a team, definitely entrepreneurial, sorry, not entrepreneurial, CEO vibes, and anything that requires leading a team, risk, and high, fast-paced, you absolutely are a magnet to. So definitely, you know, if you're wondering whether to go for that promotion, absolutely do. You need to climb those rungs and be at the top there, because that's where, you know, your soul is really going to thrive, and your persona is really going to thrive with the kind of person you are. And my guide is saying, for those of you that don't believe that you are this, you know, you need to meditate more, and you need to have more self-belief. In fact, I'm going to pull some affirmation cards for you as well. But yeah, real leaders here, guys. Leaders of teams is what I'm seeing, in whichever form. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm super interested to see what kind of environments you guys are in currently. Yeah, I love hearing feedback from you, so definitely do comment below and let me know. I'm going to pull a couple of messages from Spirit here. There's no such thing as a mistake. Everything happens in divine order. I am being guided to learn and to grow. Yes, you know this anyway deep down. Again, even though your mistakes hurt, it is what drives you on to keep going. So that's a really good one and so apt for you. And then let's have a look here. I accept the gifts which I've been given as the high service to the world. And, you know, absolutely. We said earlier, you could even be, even on the therapist vibe, you know, whatever. The reason you'd be such a good team leader in whichever sector, to be quite frank, is because you really do have a gift with people. And, you know, my guide is saying, I don't think you realise how powerful your words can be for and how much they mean to other people. Fabulous, fabulous communicator with heart. So even though you have that direction, much like the kangaroo, and you have the great communication, it's with heart, and that's what makes you so powerful. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please let me know in the comments below. This is just a very short reading for YouTube, of course, on what kind of, you know, career path would suit you, but definitely leader of teams somehow. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you will, and comment below. Let me know. I'm really interested to know what you're doing right now. If you wanted, of course, this is such a short reading for YouTube, guys. If you wanted to get a little bit deeper into this, just hit me up on my website. I'm doing private readings now. Obviously with pick-a-cards, you know, it's just really hopefully meant to give you some messages that resonate with you, and yeah, whereas obviously a private reading is a lot more direct. So if you wanted to know about your career in a little bit more depth, definitely hit me up. I'd love to see you soon. And in the meantime, spreading all the love and joy to you wonderful born warrior leaders. Peace out, guys. Take care. Hello, pile 3. If you chose Starborn, let's have a look at what careers would be suited to you. This is for pile 3, Starborn. Let me pop these aside. I'm going to be using Lunar Soul today. Of course, this is just a quick reading for YouTube, and I've said to, you know, all of my other piles, if you want to go into more depth and more accurate detail about your career, then of course just hit me up in my private readings. I have opened my books up, and I would love to see you. But yeah, let's just do a little quick run now to try and get an idea of, you know, where our soul is calling for us to be in our career. So what career is meant for you, or what kind of career path? You've got the Starborn, the divine child, the star child, the destined. So, you know, whatever comes up here, you know, your soul is definitely meant for big things, for sure. Let's have a look. So we've got death. Don't freak out about that. Death is a good card. We have the Page of Cups. Interesting. What else do we have here? We have the 5 of Discs. And we have 3 of Discs. I'm also going to pull an animal oracle for you. And let's try and get the underlining vibe here. And then, yeah, we'll see what we look at. The koala. Oh, I love the koala. I love, love, love the koala. Right, let's just get straight into it, shall we? Let me just tune in with my guides here. Yeah, don't be worried about this. People often wonder, but really it's just about transformation beginnings. Right, so what career is right for this? One thing I will say is you're definitely the kind of person much like that starborn that is just forever. You like have a real thirst for knowledge. You're so keen to learn and grow. You're very emotionally receptive. I definitely say you have a lot of growing room yet. Sometimes I'm feeling certainly that in your current job maybe you feel like, you have all the weight on your shoulders, so to speak, a little bit. My immediate thing, and my guide is saying here, you are born to work in, certainly as part of a team. You thrive when you have teammates around you to really bounce off. And not that you're not, you do have definite leadership qualities. Without a doubt, a star is born, the star born, of course you do, but really you thrive. I'm definitely getting that it really helps boost your morale, shall we say, when you're given praise. So working as part of a team, will really help you bounce off those people. Certainly at this stage, my guide is saying that later down the path, definitely, you can move into more solo kind of gigs. But right now, your soul is craving to be as part of a team in whichever, that could be a sports team, it could be a trading team, it could be, anything that involves teamwork, basically. You're so radiant. And, again, much like the starborn, right? You're literally like that spark of light that arrives within all of us, and the minute people look at you, you really motivate them. So definitely, you thrive as part of a team, and managerial or higher positions are definitely in the not so distant near future either. But it is important that you work with a team because, your energy is infectious. Absolutely infectious, and people do actually come to you and seek guidance, but you still need a bit of guidance yourself, is what I'm hearing. And it's not even so much guidance, it's confidence. You can be a little bit wobbly. We see with the Page of Cups here, and see how she's holding on to that cup and not unsure. And my guide is saying it's almost like they want to shake you, because it's like, you've got this, you know how to be that queen or king. But it's just more confidence, and that's why working or starting certainly in whatever career that you're passionate about as part of a team will really help you grow. I'm feeling that for some of you, you've been working at home, whether it be because of COVID and so forth. And even though, again, that's great, and you have free will, you can do anything you want to do. So don't take this as heart what I'm about to say. But again, I think to really make your star shine, so to speak, and really stand out bright and strong, you do need more people around you. So do try and encourage that if possible. We see here with the Five of Discs, and this talks about someone that's left on their own to carry the burden a bit. So you do feel that when it is just you working. So definitely a huge team player. And then, of course, Three of Discs, which is all about teamwork and collaboration. But within that team, again, not just a team member here, within that team, you're such an integral part, because again, your energy is so infectious that it just spreads. So I think you'll find yourself climbing, up the ranks to really get there. On that note, marketing randomly has just come to me. It's not so much just reading about, you should be a teacher, or you should be an astronaut, or this or that. It's what kind of role. Within every single job out there, there's roles, right? So we're looking at that. And again, with you, we're definitely needing team roles here to really, make your stars shine bright, basically, and sparkle. And we've got here the koala. Koalas love to be in tribes. Again, much like we're saying, teams. They like the stability of that. It makes them feel a little bit more secure. But again, I'm really getting that this is just the early stages for you of what's more needed now rather than, later down the line. And my guide's saying that in actuality, you would really be great in any field as long as you're within that team environment. You're very quick at picking things up. You're very easy to get going. We've got the Death here, and this speaks of transformation and new beginnings. You find it very easy. If your company tomorrow said, sorry, we're closing, you'd find it very easy to just boom, go in a new direction, water off a duck's back, I'm seeing. So you're very interchangeable. So it's not necessarily the sector, Although my guide is saying, you know, stick to what you're passionate about, because that will make it more fun. Definitely something fun. Again, you're a star. You need to sparkle. You see all these beautiful colours shining out. So definitely more maybe creative kind of jobs would really suit your character more and your soul more. But yeah, you could flip into anything, but what's important right now, or certainly over the next short-term period, is really getting that team together, a tribe. Not only will it do your soul well, because it will help balance you out, and you won't feel as wobbly as you are here as the Page of Cups as an example, but again, we spoke at the beginning of how, you know, you're so thirsty for knowledge, and other people around you will give you more and more knowledge. So really the key for you is just to keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing yourself, and your star will just get bigger and bigger and brighter. You are an absolute born team player. I'm really interested. Let me know what it is that you do right now in the comments below. It really intrigues me. Again, this is a small reading, and definitely team player vibes coming off. If you wanted to go into more detail, more depth, do let me know and we'll do a private reading. I'm just going to put out a couple of affirmation cards for you. But yeah, if you're not in a team right now, you really need to get yourself in a team environment. It's going to literally be, imagine a little star that's still a star, but you know, it's just there, plodding along the universe. Teams will make you open up like that and literally burst out with energy. So definitely you need people around you right now, Starborns. Right, let's see what the universe has to say. I honour my self-worth by asking for what I want. Definitely my guide saying, you know, even though you lack confidence in some ways, confidence isn't a bad thing for you. So just remember to always ask for what you want, certainly when it comes to the work and so forth. And the most important person to ask isn't, my guide just said, wait. It's not just about asking those around you. It's absolutely ask for what you want at work and, you know, the direction you want to go in. Ask yourself. Meditation would suit you really well right now, so you can really kind of get into your soul and see what you are really craving. We've got here, all is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, any good will come. I am safe. I love that. Louise Hay. I've read a couple of Louise Hay books. I love that because, again, it's this, you know, this little wobbly bit here. You need to trust in yourself more and have that confidence. And in fact, my guide is saying, pause this video, jot that affirmation down and say it to yourself every single morning, because this is so true in your respect. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. My beautiful born-to-be team players, let your star shine bright. Feel yourself in a room of people, and you'll just glow and grow at the same time. Glow and grow. I love that. Sending all the love and light to you. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm dying to see what your situation is now, or what you'd like that to turn into. Again, if you wanted to go into more depth, we can do that soon in your private readings. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like. It would mean the world to me. I'm sending you all the love and light, and I will see you back soon for another reading. Take care. Bye. Oh, I was going to say take care, guys. Bye. It came out all wrong. Peace out.